Alright, so we have a group gym battle. This is from the MVC Battle Frontier, where I am a Frontier Brain. My rules are Calm Storm, and just to break it down if you haven't seen one of those videos before, Calm Storm means no weather, and you can only use 2 OU, but you can use anything below OU. That includes Borderline as well. Borderline doesn't count towards your OU count. Alright, so I'm going to lead off with Golem, and my opponent's going to lead off with a Starmie. Fortunately I have that sturdy, which is the whole reason I let off with Golem, was so I could go ahead and get some stealth rocks up, because it's always good to have a little bit of entry hazards up. And I'm guessing my opponent must not have thought I was carrying the Sucker Punch, because I was slightly afraid he was going to go for the Rapid Spin, but he just goes for that straight Ice Beam, and he ends up KOing himself in Life Orb, so that's kind of good. He's going to put out a Ninjask, though, and I'm going to put out my Choice Scarf Darmanitan. I honestly did not expect it to be faster than this Ninjask, but I was. And I go for the Flare Blitz. I think maybe I was running Jolly on this Darmanitan, which is the reason I was faster. Just a hunch. I don't quite remember, but that'd be the only reason I could be faster than a Ninjask. So he's going to bring in Porygon 2, and although Flare Blitz would do a lot, I really don't want to deal with paralysis if it would happen. First turn doesn't happen, and then I realized, oh wait, he traced my Sheer Force, so I wouldn't be dealing with paralysis. So he obviously figures that I'm going to be carrying the Trick or the Taunt, something that would ruin this Porygon 2. But, you know, tricking a Lagging Tail onto an Arcanine is okay as well, because Arcanine can be somewhat fast, and it'd be rather bothersome. So the Wild Charge, I could just stall him out, but I'd probably run out of recovers before he KO'd himself. So I'm going to go into my Latios, which is actually Choice Spect, with Power Fire and Trick. So I could still trick something. He's actually going to predict the serve quite nicely and go into Whimsicott. I thought about predicting the Power Fire, but I figured that would be somewhat of an over-prediction, so I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to be forced to switch out, revealing that I am Choice. I am going to go into my Conkeldurr, and he gets me paralyzed, which is awesome. Figuring he'll go for the Taunt or something, I just go for the straight Focus Punch, and I get Leech Seeded. And wouldn't you believe, wow, okay, I get paralyzed. Ugh! So, yeah, that kind of really sucks. I'm not really sure if he's going to be carrying U-turn or something, so I'm just going to go for that straight Focus Punch in case he just wants to switch. Turns out he is carrying that U-turn, however, which is rather bothersome. He is going to bring in his Arcanine and get off an Intimidate, which is okay. I lost my Focusing Kid move because he hit me with an attack. Kinda sucks, but I'll deal with it. So I'm going to go switch out because I don't want him to keep getting health back via the Leech Seed, and I did kind of lose a little bit of attack. So he's going to go for an Extreme Speed, which wouldn't have KO'd. I would have survived with very minimal HP had that crit not been there. Really hate crits when they do that. So he's going to go for the Extreme Speed. Darmanitan doesn't have as good defenses as Latios does, so a crit would have devastated me on there. Latios would have survived if that crit hadn't been there, though. Really kind of irritates me. So I'm going to switch out because I don't want to be locked into Rock Slide, because that wouldn't be as good. Gonna switch into my Conkeldurr, and this Discharge is going to do a lot because of sheer force. And I'm just going to go for the Mach Punch. I was really hoping I didn't get the Para Hacks, because I was needing some damage on this Porygon 2, especially since he's probably not going to fall for the Sableye trick again, and Latios was my best bet to kind of trick, but that didn't work out. So I'm going to bring in my Galvantula, and Thunder, obviously going to be enough with that Life Orb boost. He's going to bring in Scizor. I'm going to Thunder. He's going to figure that Bullet Punch wouldn't do enough, so he's going to go for a Brick Break. And Brick Break does a fairly decent amount, but really doesn't do that much. So I'm still okay. He's going to go for a Bullet Punch because he wants to get damage off. It does more than the Brick Break, so he probably should have gone for that in the first place. But, I mean, who am I to judge? So I take out the Scizor with Thunder. He's going to bring in Whimsicott. For whatever reason, he's going to go for the Leech Seed. He misses, which is okay for me. I go for the Bug Buzz. I guess the miss on the Leech Seed kind of makes up for the crit on my Latios. And that's going to be the Calm Storm match. The link to MVC is in the bottom. You can come find me there, but comment, like, and sub, and see you in the next battle.